Okay, sorry about that. It looked like I was froze there, so I have started again. I'm not going to start over, but I will just continue from where I left off. Okay, so I don't know at what point things froze up, and now it looks like there's some sort of a delay when I'm looking at it. I'm not sure what's going on, but I stamped my two little birds, one in Pool Party and one in Blushing Bride. And now I have the little heart mounted, and I'm going to stamp that in real red. Let me get a white here. I don't know what it is about red ink, but every time I'm using it, I manage to stick my fingers in it. Okay. So I'm going to do generational stamping with this heart as well. So I'm going to stamp one in full strength. And since I've done that one, I want one in with one time stamped off. So there we go. So I'm going to ink it up again a third time. This time I'm going to stamp it off twice over here on my scratch paper, and I'm going to stamp a third one. So there I have my three little hearts in different shades of red. So I think we are good for that part of the stamping. And I may as well go ahead and do the greeting on the inside of the card while I'm at it. And then I will be done with the stamping part. So on the inside, I am going to use this Happy Valentine's Day, which is from a set from my stash. This is a retired set called Meant to Be. So you may or may not have this in your stash of stamps, but you can use whatever greeting you want for the inside and whatever Happy Valentine's Day stamp that you might have. And let me just get my red out again here. And if I keep freezing, I'm really sorry. I don't know what to do about that. So I will just go on as best as I can here. And I'm going to stamp this Happy Valentine's Day right there. Okay, so I can set that back aside and let me get out my dies. So I'm going to need these two little birds and the heart and the nest. And there's not one for the branch that I stamped. There is a branch in here that you can die cut, but that's not what I wanted to use. So I will just fussy cut my branch. And I'm just going to line this up and then hold it in place with a little post-it note tape. There we go. So I will apologize again. I know I keep freezing. I've restarted once and I don't know. It's just a Facebook thing, I guess. Not too much I can do about it. It's frustrating. And I know a lot of people have taken to doing all their videos over on YouTube. And that might just be what I have to do. I don't know. We'll see. It's probably a weather thing. All right, I'm going to run this through my machine real quick, and I'll be right back. Okay, there's my nest. And the little birds and one of the hearts. And then I just need to do these other two hearts real quick. Okay, so there is all of that, and then I just need to cut this branch out real quick. So I didn't say Happy New Year, so Happy New Year to everyone. Here's hoping we all have a good New Year, good year. I sure hope so. All we can do is make the best of it. So if you've had a chance to look through the new mini catalog or go online and look at it, do you have a favorite set or sets in there yet? About the time I think that I have ordered all of the ones that I'm going to order, somebody does something and makes me fall in love with something that I didn't get. Today it was the Tulip Fields one. So then I had to go on and order that. All right, so I've got a top folding red card base, real red. And to do a top fold, you just cut your paper on the 8.5 inch side at 4 1/4, the full length of the 11.5 sheet of cardstock. And then you end up with 2 pieces that you can make top folding cards with. I always like to make sure I've got the sides lined up good before I give it that final crease. There we go. And then I have this piece of patterned paper that I cut at 1/4 inch smaller than my card base, and that one is going to go right on there. So let me go ahead and get that put on. That was a really long time that I froze up, so how frustrating. I was about to shut it off and then it came back on. I'll keep going. So there is that. And then my next little layer is going to be using that embossing folder. So let me bring that over. And I've got a piece of the pool party. You know, I stamped the one little bird in the pool party. So since my background paper, the piece that I chose, doesn't have that color in it, I wanted to accent using that same color so it didn't look odd having the little bird in pool party there and nothing else in that color. So I've got a strip here that was just a strip that was in my package of cardstock, and I thought, okay, I like the size of that, so I pulled it out. It was just a scrap, and then I'm going to line it up so that it gives me an even kind of design here for this border piece. Okay, so that is what I'm doing. So let me run this through my machine real quick. So there you can see how cute that is. All right, so now I am going to cut it off so I can put it there on the front. So I know that that piece of cardstock is 4 inches. So I'm just going to cut my little stripe at 4 inches, and I'm going to save that piece. And I'm just going to put this on with some liquid glue so that I can swirl it around there if I need to. And you can just decide where you want it. I just wanted it up a little ways from the bottom. And just get it on there so it looks even. And that's looking pretty good to me. Okay. And I can set that aside. Now I've got another scrap of white here and a scrap of that patterned paper, and this is the side I want to use. And this is where I'm going to bring in those scalloped contours dies. So I'm going to use that one and that one. I love the stitching on these, and they're all a little bit different from each other. So I'm going to put that one on there and this one. Now with this one, doesn't really matter too much because the words are going all wonky anyway, but just make sure it looks the way you want it to. And I'm going to cut these out real quick. I forgot to put my one plate back in my machine, so I had to run my first one through a second time because you take it off to do the embossing. Okay, so there's that one. And there is that one. All right. Thank you for coming back every time this thing freezes up. It's so frustrating. I don't know if I'll even save this video because I know it's going to turn out a mess. I'll just have to post my card when I'm all done. So I'm attaching that patterned paper directly to the next layer, the scalloped ones. And I'm going to be popping this up to the front of the card. So I won't do that here until I get these things on. Okay, so I'm just going to add a little glue, oopsie, to the branch here. And I know that it's going to hang off the ends a little bit. So that is why I didn't go all the way to the ends with my glue. So I'm just going to put that like that. And then let me get some dimensionals. I'm using up end pieces. I like to use my scraps, whether it's paper or dimensionals. And I'm just going to put those on the sides. And then I'm going to put a little bit of glue down here at the bottom. And then I'm just going to set the nest on here. And I'm going to put this little guy down in there. And here's his mate. I might have to pull that up just a little bit to be able to tuck her in here where I want her. There we go. And then I've got my Stampin' Blend Light Smoky Slate here. I'm going to just color their little pupils of their eyes a little bit here. There we go. Okay, and then the little hearts. Wow, I'm not doing so good at that. There we go. And the reddest one I'm going to put right there, and then I'll go with the next darkest. I think that's that one. There's not too much difference between the second one and the lightest one. All right, so now I am just going to add some foam tape to the back of this because I want to pop it up. And then I'm just going to center this on the top here. As best I can. And I still have some embellishing to do on that, but I'm going to go ahead and do the inside. So I went ahead and stamped that. And then this is that little piece that I saved. And I thought, why throw that away? Let's go ahead and just cut it into a little banner piece just for some added interest on the inside of the card. Right? Why not? There we go. And then we will get this put inside. And now I am going to just do a little embellishing. I'm going to come in with Wink of Stella and put a little sparkle in their eye. And then I'm going to use the Shimmery Crystal Effects and do the hearts. Here it comes. I must have had it sitting upside down. Or right side up, I mean. I should have had it with the tip down. I'm just going to, because I'm having to squeeze it too hard. There we go. That, well, it's still wanting to not come out. Well, it wants to come out. It just wants me to squeeze it too much. So this is like a crystal lacquer kind of stuff. I like to give this stuff plenty of drying time, usually overnight. I'm sure it does not take that long to dry, but I like to give it that long anyway. And then I will show you on my other finished card here what it looks like when it's dry. Okay, let me see if I got that on pretty good. Looks like it, maybe a little bit more up here. And you would find that, I believe, in the annual catalog. So there is the card, and let me bring in my finished one. So there you can see how shiny and dimensional that is when it's dry. Very cute. Thank you so much for hanging in there with me. I know it's really frustrating to try to watch a video when it keeps cutting out, but I appreciate it. I will post the card to my Facebook page, and I will see you again next time. Hopefully we won't be freezing up all the time. Hi, Jan. Thank you so much. Hi, Kathy. Who else did I miss? Sue. Hi, Sue. Hi, Donna. Thank you. All right, see you guys next time. Bye-bye.